You can customize the domain name used when we send email notifications to people entering your contests, sweepstakes, testimonial campaigns, all of them. And it's a great way of branding your campaigns and making it look like your own internal dev team created all of these cool interactive campaigns. It's not too difficult to do. I'm going to walk you through how to do it. And there's even a free service out there, at least at the time of this recording, where you could send up to 300 emails every single day and it doesn't cost you anything. I'm going to show you how to set that service up right now. So first thing you'll want to do is go to the very top right and select your workspace preferences. Scroll down and go to custom campaign emails. So assuming that your plan allows this, you're going to have the ability to use your mail server. So check this. And if it's not working for you, please reach out to your account manager and access this plan because it's probably worth the upgrade if you're going to be running a lot of campaigns. So this information might look really intimidating, but this is all generated for you by Brevo. If you already have an email service provider, like you might even be using a domain service where you registered your domain that offers SMTP already. You might as well try to use that, but I've found that they can be very difficult to use and their server might not communicate with our server, and you don't figure that out until you go through all the steps and you set up the server and then you send a test to yourself and it doesn't work. That can be really frustrating, but if that happens, I would just give up, go to Brevo. It's totally free and it works every single time. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to switch over to Brevo, and I started a demo account here just to show you guys how to do it. Go ahead, go to brevo.com, sign up for a free campaign. Once you're in here, the trick is go to transactional. So transactional is what uses this SMTP relay service that you're going to need to sync up with our software. So once you're in transactional, you're going to go down to settings, go to configuration, go to SMTP relay. This is the service that we're going to be using, and say get your SMTP key. This is all the information you need right here. So you could see this information. This is really crucial. The only other thing you're going to need is down here, your SMTP keys. So it's going to create an SMTP key. I'm not going to click this because that'll show you my demo account's SMTP key. I don't want you to use that. I want you to use your own. So when you create this account, go ahead and click this eyeball, and it's going to give you this long, ugly key value that you're going to be copying and using in the next step. So you'll be kind of going back and forth adding this information. So let's do that together. I'm going to grab this. And remember, don't use my information. Use the one from your own Brevo account. Or if you're using a different SMTP provider, these are called similar things on all the SMTP providers. So you should be able to find, for example, the SMTP server on whatever you're using. But I'm going to use Brevo. So let's grab this and switch back over and click paste. Now it's going to ask for the port. Let's go figure that out. It's telling me to use port 587. So let's go back and choose 587. Now over here, this is one tricky thing, and not every single SMTP provider tells you what to choose here. So if it doesn't tell you, I recommend using TLS because lately that seems to be what they all want to use. If you send a test and it doesn't work, chances are we goofed and you'll want to use SSL. But I know that Brevo uses TLS and it works. Next, you're going to have to check this, SMTP authorization. Now it's going to give you a whole set of new options that you need to choose from. Let's go back to our settings. And we're going to actually use the login here. This is also going to be the email that we use. So I'm going to switch back and paste the username here. Now it's asking for the authorization password. What we use for that is this SMTP key value. So you would, and see how it says master password? As you can see, there's kind of similar, it might not be exactly the same terminology, but you can kind of figure it out based on what you're using. But this one actually says master password, which is really helpful. So just click this little eyeball on whatever you're using, and then you're going to copy this value. I'm not going to show you what mine is because I don't want you to use my key and my account. So you're going to go to your own, and whatever your password is, you're going to say password, whatever that actual value is what you'll paste here. And the default sender name, it tends to be the exact same thing, and that's no different than on Brevo. So usually the username is your sender name and your reply to email. But I'm going to go back here. You'll want to look at your own. My login is the sender email, so I'm going to grab this. But if you're using your own provider and they provide a different sender email, then you're going to use that. And I just lied to you. For the sender name, you don't need to use that email address. You would just use whatever the name of your company is. Or if you're a small company and you want it to come from your name, then you would actually put your name here. Sorry about that. And put the email address here. This tends to be the same as the username for most SMTP providers. And at this point, you should be able to send a test to yourself and it will succeed. And if it doesn't, I recommend going to Brevo and it will work. Thanks a lot.